preserve recollection of spirit or the constant union of the soul with God, three things are necessary: solitude, silence, and the recollection of the presence of God. Rest in God by keeping the thought of His presence ever before you. Souls that love God feel a strong attraction for solitude, for they know that God converses familiarly with those who shun the noise and distractions of the world. Worldly-minded people shun solitude. They seek excitement of the world, and the voice of conscience is drowned in the noise that reigns there. Now, in order to find this delightful solitude, it is not necessary to withdraw into a desert and live in a cave. You can find it in your own home and in the midst of your family. Says St. Peter Chrysologus, a soul that is free from earthly attachments finds solitude even on the streets and in public places. In what does solitude of the heart consist? It consists in banishing from the heart all desires and inclinations that are not for God, and in performing our actions simply with God's good pleasure in view. The solitude of the heart consists in being able to say, "My God, Thee alone do I desire, and nothing else." Many complain that they are unable to find God. To such Saint Teresa replies, "Tear your heart away from everything else, then seek God, and you will surely find Him." The light of God cannot illumine a heart that is full of attachments for the joys, the pleasures, and the honors of this world. To be united to in prayer, a man must enter into his own heart and shut out all earthly attachments and inclinations. While our hands are occupied with external occupations, our heart can be fixed on God. Silence. Silence promotes recollection and awakens good thoughts in the heart, forces the soul to think of God and heavenly things. Silence aids us in the attainment of many virtues. For he who, for the love of God, keeps silence will likewise be given to meditation, spiritual reading, and prayer before the Blessed Sacrament. The presence of God. A powerful aid in preserving recollection is the remembrance of the presence of God. Not only does it conduce to recollection of spirit, but it is also one of the most effective means of advancing in the spiritual life. It brings about an intimate union of the soul with God. According to Saint Jerome, the recollection of God's presence closes the door on all sins. Saint Chrysostom says, "If we keep ourselves in the presence of God, we shall neither think, nor say, nor do what is wrong, convinced that God is the witness of all our thoughts and words and actions." If we would bear in mind that in all we do, God's eyes are upon us, would we not try to do everything well and from the purest of intentions. Union of the soul with God is a happy result of walking constantly in His presence. It is not necessary to ascend to heaven to find the Lord God. We need only to recollect ourselves, and we shall find Him within us.